I know how vital the press is, all of it, as guardian of the interests of the public, as a critical witness to events, as the standard bearer for those who have no one else to speak up for them. Nothing in the evidence I have heard or read has changed that view. The press, operating freely and in the public interest, is one of the true safeguards of our democracy. Unfortunately, as the evidence has shown beyond doubt, on too many occasions, those responsibilities, along with the editor's code of conduct, which the press wrote and promoted, have simply been ignored. Some of its most important functions are to inform, educate, and entertain, and, when doing so, to be irreverent, unruly, and opinionated. But none of that means that the press is beyond challenge. Not a single witness proposed that either government or politicians, all of whom the press hold to account, should be involved in the regulation of the press. Neither would I make any such suggestion. Although I make some recommendations in this area, it is absolutely not my role to seek to establish a new press standards code or to decide how an independent self-regulatory body would go about its business. It is important to be clear what this legislation would not do. It would not establish a body to regulate the press. That is for the press itself to organise and to do. So what would this legislation achieve? 3 things. It would enshrine, for the first time, a legal duty on the government to protect the freedom of the press. Secondly, it would provide an independent process to recognise the new self-regulatory body and thereby reassure the public of its independence and efficacy. Thirdly, it would provide new and tangible benefits for the press. As members of the body, newspapers could show that they act in good faith and have sought to comply with standards based on the public interest. Decisions of the new recognised regulator could create precedents which could in turn help a court in civil actions. In addition, the existence of a formally recognised free arbitration system is likely to provide a powerful argument as to costs should a claimant decide not to use that free system, or, conversely, if a newspaper is not a member. In my view, the benefits of membership should be obvious to all. This is not and cannot reasonably or fairly be characterised as statutory regulation of the press. I am proposing independent regulation of the press organised by the press itself, with a statutory process to support press freedom, provide stability and guarantee for the public that this new body is independent and effective. As for the press and politicians, the overwhelming evidence is that relations on a day-to-day basis are in robust good health and performing the vital public interest functions of a free press in a vigorous democracy. Everyday interactions between journalists and politicians cause no concern. But senior politicians across the spectrum have accepted that in a number of respects, the relationship between politics and the press has been too close. I agree. I hope that my recommendations will be treated in exactly the same cross-party spirit which led to the setting up of the inquiry in the first place and will lead to a cross-party response. I believe that the report can and must speak for itself. To that end, I will be making no further comment. Nobody will be speaking for me about its contents, either now or in the future. the ball moves back into the politicians' court. They must now decide who guards the guardians. Thank you all very much.